Okay, it is 5 o'clock. We will start the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting here today, April 13th, in the council chambers. We will start tonight's agenda with roll call. Please, Dan.
Dan Lipke, Board of Public Works and Safety.
Bo Zeller, City Attorney.
Justin Green, Mayor.
Sally Hadbo, City Clerk Treasurer.
Warren Jones, Board of Public Works and Safety.
Okay, we are all here, present and accounted for, so we do meet quorum. And so let's start the agenda tonight. Please, Board, if you will go to minutes of the meeting on March 9th. That will be our first item of business.
I will make a motion to accept the minutes of March 9th, 2026.
Dan makes the motion.
I'll second it.
Clerk seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, please, down to mayor's comments. I've got a handful here, gang, so let's just dive into them. I wanted to talk to you about some project updates on our CCMG. That is, we've got a couple of going on right now. And so tonight, let's talk about Poplar Street. That's the oldest one in the hopper, and it is complete. That one, Sally will do a closeout here in probably about 3 or 4 days. And so that will take care of that open one. The next current open CCMG is Kimball Boulevard. And so if you've been to Walmart or out Kimball Boulevard lately, you will see it has been milled. Curb and gutter installed, so that one is moving along very quickly. Much less to do there as far as the total infrastructure that was in the way, not near the conflict. So that one's going to go much sooner. And as I've told you before, we've got a new award. And that third award is for Jackson Street. There's going to be a section of Jackson Street where basically we're going to dissect from the stoplight to 160 and cut it in half. And so from about plus or minus Elm back to 160 will be those project limits. And we actually have a pre-construction meeting soon, so those things are coming fairly quick. Anyways, so CCMG is, and everything's on schedule. There's nothing that's not. Federal Highway Project, the South Main Project, gang, it is again on schedule. I've said this more than once. I know it sounds like a broke record. We are in concrete mode, so a tremendous amount of concrete is going in right now, and so the forms are being poured for the curb and gutter and then the sidewalk behind it, and so that'll just be ongoing. And so again, on schedule. It's shaping up. You can really start to see what it looks like. So all things good there. Let's see here. Want to remind you guys, it's in the agenda, the 250th parade on April 18th. So we'll talk about that some more in miscellaneous. And the On the Brick series that I started last year, we're going to kick that off again. We have got our first one in May, so we'll be watching for those announcements. And we're going to list the whole calendar of events this year at once and get that out to everybody. Let's see. I think we've got everything covered, Sally, I think, unless you can think of something else.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. Please, Board, let's go to the reports. Your wastewater plant report has been provided. Brandon and Jennifer are both on assignment this evening, so we will just have their report before us. So if you'd like to review that for a moment. They have been mighty busy working on some springtime work, and they've had a lot of activity, I know that much. He said they're kind of burning both ends of the candle, so they've been very busy here lately. Anything in the report that you see that you'd like me to ask of Brandon or relay a statement to?
I have nothing.
Please then, if you'll look at your water report, Jennifer has that attached behind the wastewater. anything of Jennifer you'd like me to ask?
I have none.
Okay. Please, your utility adjustments on pages 3 and 4.
I'll make a motion to accept the utility adjustments as stated.
Mr. Jones makes the motion to approve.
I will second that motion.
And seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Unfinished business, I pretty much gave some of that there in Mayor's remarks. Sally, do you have anything of unfinished tonight?
No.
Truck, Danny, anything that you would like to add? New business is kind of one and the same. Again, so the latest CCMG is being engineered, being reviewed. We've got a couple of, storm drain inlets that's being verified and checked. But everything in that is within construction limits from the old state road, if you will. And just as a reminder, that's now city inventory, not state highway. And so that's what make this job that much easier, is because there is so much accessible space to use. So that is going on as we speak, and will be laid out pretty quick. Okay, that takes us down to the utility payable voucher of claims on pages 5 through 19.
I'll make a motion to accept the utility payable voucher register of claims.
Dan makes the motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Mr. Jones seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, that brings us to miscellaneous for the Board of Works. We do have a request for 2 parking spaces to be reserved on May 2nd, 10 A to 3 P, from Lake and Jones of Bourne. That is her store there on the downtown square. She's done this before, Board. We've had no issue, and she does a little bit of an event outside promoting her business. Chief Mills, do you know anything to stop us from honoring that request?
No issues.
So again, May 2nd, 10 to 3, 2 spaces. Take a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Correct, seconds, makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Any seconds? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. And then lastly, I asked Sally to put this on there again as a placeholder. But yeah, April 18th, Saturday, April 18th is going to be our city's version of the 250th anniversary parade. There's a lot of events this year happening for the 250th celebration. We've got several things keyed up throughout the community, but our part for the city, we're going to kick off with a parade. Certainly, Pekin is going to add to their events for the 4th and probably have more on either side of the 4th holiday. And I think even maybe Camelsburg's planning some things. So there's going to be a lot throughout this year. This is what we're doing as one event. It has the route from Hilltop Plaza on top of the hill, if you will, on South Main, coming down South Main in a north direction, and will end at Walnut Street. Those floats can either exit left or right onto Walnut. And so April 18th, 2 p.m. I'd like to tell you the weather is sunny. I've got a little doubt, so we have advertised rain or shine. I may have to eat my words. It may rain, but hey, we'll do it and be in good spirits. So please, all things red, white, and blue, and patriotic, and Lady Liberty, and so on and so forth. But excuse me, we've got several floats and participants signed up to be in it. So if you want to line up on Main Street, please, we'll wave at you. April 18th. Okay, we had no comments by citizens for the Board of Works and Public Safety tonight. So I'll ask, gentlemen, was there anything that we omitted?
I just have one question if I could, Mayor.
Please.
The Jackson Street project, do you have an estimated time that would begin and / finish?
That will come down to some final engineering, but I think notice to bidders has a start time of this summer. There'll be the typical prep, so there'll be, you know, probably a month of prep, but yes, that project will actually be this calendar year.
Okay. I've been asked, so.
And pardon me, Dan, to that point, no road closures. There is certainly some intermittent lane flagging that would have to take place, but no lane closures. The road will stay open. To that point, we've made extra provisions for our friends at EMS. Certainly, they have got to have that Webb Street access, and we recognize that firsthand, so there won't be any, as we're planning it, there should not be any interruptions to EMS.
Thank you.
Mr. Zeller, anything you'd like to add?
No, sir.
Sally?
No.
Mr. Jones? Okay, we are efficient again this evening, so at 5:15 would seek motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
Motion made.
I'll second.
All right, 5:15. Common Council will be back at 5:30.
You were the captain now.
Excuse me. I don't want to freaking have it back. Pardon me. And thanks for the correction. Okay, it's 5:30. Please, we'll call the common council meeting to order here, April 13th, 2026, in the council chambers. Tonight, we'll start our agenda with our invocation, followed by our pledge. Everybody would stand.
Our Father in heaven, we're very grateful for the opportunity to come here and serve our community. We pray, Father, that we do the right things, the right decisions, the right answers. And Father, we hope that everyone in this community will be satisfied with our work, and we ask your blessing upon it all in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Dan. And we will start with roll call. Tonight, please, lead us off.
Dan Lipke, District 1.
Dylan Moore, District 2. Bo Zeller, City Attorney.
Justin Green, Mayor.
Sally Hatterbo, City Clerk Treasurer.
Rick Main, District 3.
Roger Pennington, at large.
We have Randy Lee absent tonight. Randy's not feeling quite so well, and so hopefully he'll join us next meeting and be okay. And so we do have a quorum. We do meet 4 or 5, a requirement, so with 4 or 5. So let's proceed. Council, tonight, first thing on the agenda, we have a public hearing that was advertised at 5:30 for an alley vacation. Please, if you will, pages 1 through 5 do discuss this. This petitioner has filed a request to vacate an unimproved alley. Unimproved alley for the city of Salem is just that. It is the grass strip that has not been paved, not been improved with any sort of hard surface. It was in the deed of record years ago when the city plats were laid out. This one was never developed, and so the petitioner who owns the parcel has done just that, has sent a petition for vacation. And so with that, that does require a public hearing. In that process, we do notify the neighboring property owners, and so those folks that do have adjacent property do know this public hearing has been advertised and is being held tonight. As you see on page 2, I do believe that the petitioner has filed that. Blue River Services, they have purchased the ground. That parcel has been in question for a few owners and what they might or might not do, but just because of the lay of those parcels, there was not much to be built on it for that. So that's the reasoning for the petition. So let's go ahead. Please, we have a public hearing, as I said. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak on behalf of the petition filed? Calling once, twice, 3 times. Is there anybody in the audience tonight to speak against the petition for the vacation of alley?
I would just like to add
Please.
a couple things.
Please, if you would come forward, sir, you bet. Tony, please, name and address for the record.
Tony Davis, 505 Jackson.
Perfect, please, thank you. Please, tell us your thoughts.
The main, only question I have, from what I understood, they're wanting to build duplexes or something like that, and I don't see anything wrong with that, but I would like to know, where are they coming in at? Where is the main road gonna be coming in?
Sure.
Are we gonna have something come in from behind? I guess that's my question.
Certainly, I'm going to defer that to Bo and let him answer in Plan Commission terms and how that would work.
Yeah. Good evening. That is something the Plan Commission will handle. This is just the vacation of the alleyway, so all plans, design related to the parcel will be in front of the Plan Commission for consideration. There'll probably be some public comment period associated with that as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but I don't
really
believe we
That's
have
really
those
my
yet.
only question.
Okay.
Yeah.
is where the road's coming in and where's it going out?
And we'll ask, and we don't know yet either.
Because the people that live up behind me, they've got a swimming pool and a bunch of stuff, and they own a strip of that comes out towards them. And I don't know how many feet it is, I don't know if it's 10 or 20 feet, but it comes over quite a ways, and I'm sure they don't want anything coming down through their roadwise. And I'm
Makes
sure
sense.
That's a,
Mhm.
and
And I'm
other
sure,
than that, I see no problem at all with,
okay.
as far as building back there myself.
I'm sure at some point they'll probably have to get that surveyed, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, if they're
If-
planning,
if
they plan
there's
to
a
build
question
anything,
of-
so
Certainly.
that'll
Yeah.
come up in that as
Okay.
well.
What are the options for entrances? Jackson Street and Martinsburg Road?
Correct.
Right.
And you would prefer Jackson?
I would prefer, actually, Martinsburg Road.
Martinsburg Road?
Yeah, yeah. Because that exits everything that way, and that keeps it away from the people living back in my area.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I had.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Okay, please, is there any other comment? Asking once, twice, 3 times? Okay. Council, need motion to close public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Dylan makes the motion.
I'll second.
Roger seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. To that, yes, so this is just as I stated before, opening the session, this is the vacation only, and any site plan, any development, certainly, they're going to have to hear at the plan commission level. So council tonight, that is the only request, the only action. Bo, anything you'd like to add to that?
Nothing further.
Again, council, it never has seen asphalt or any sort of stone. It is strictly a grass, unimproved alley. If that is your will, please would need motion to approve ordinance 2026-06.
I'll make a motion to accept ordinance number 2026-06.
I'll second.
Dan makes the motion to approve. Dylan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, please, we will get that recorded as such and let them know. Thank you. Stay if you like, please. We'll go to the minutes of the meeting of March 9th, please, on page 6 and 7.
I'll move we approve the minutes as presented.
Roger makes the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Rick seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, please, we'll jump to the mayor's comments. Just have a few tonight. We're sharing with Board of Works, the CCMG projects are on schedule. Sally will be closing out the Poplar Street probably in 2 or 3 days. That is to that point where we can submit NDOT, pardon me, too many agencies. We'll submit NDOT those final documents on that one. Kimball Boulevard has been milled, pardon me, and so that is progressing very quickly. Again, there's less conflict on that road because it's designed a little differently than some of our older roads, so it's moving very quick. The CCMG of recent award, the Jackson Street project is under final, so we'll get working on that. We had a question about that in the last meeting. Yes, that is a project this year. And again, the nice thing about that one is because it is a former state piece of property, it has large limits, so there's very little conflict. It'll go quick in that sense too. We're dissecting it in half, plus or minus, so Elm Street out to Highway 160 is this phase. And so again, one of the key pieces to that one I had shared with you before, in case you forgot or hadn't heard, it will come designed with a center turn lane, so all the businesses that are up and down that section will have a much safer approach for their patrons and hopefully negate some things. Moving on my list, we've got a lot going on this month. I want to talk about the 250 parade. We are doing our part here at the City Council. So April 18th, we're having a 2 o'clock event. Parade will start at Hilltop, like most do, and come down South Main Street. We do have the contractors on standby. They're going to have the road in usable condition like we did last fall, so the parade will happen. I am fearful a little bit of our weather forecast, so we may get a little wet, but that's okay. We'll celebrate the 250th of our country and all things patriotic on April 18th, 2 p.m. The On the Brick series is getting ready to happen, and we're getting ready to kick that off, so look for a full calendar of events that we're going to do over here. We started that last year. I was very, very happy with the way that went, and so I'm going to continue that this year. We're actually going to add some dates, so that's coming out. Hey, last weekend, two, pardon me, as the calendar falls, we had our Easter egg hunt at the community ballpark. A lot of fun. Again, it was a wet, rainy afternoon. Kiddos, I don't think, minded. And speaking of that, tonight is opening night for Little League, so they're getting off to a good start. Great weather tonight. And the last thing is Arbor Day. We're doing the tree giveaway again Friday, April 24th. So trees again. First come, first serve. The tree board is sponsoring that. So again, Arbor Day is here, April 24th.
Where do you go to get those, Mayor?
Yes,
Fire department?
the
Like
entry,
what's-
the overhead door at the firehouse. Thanks, Roger. So it's real easy if we all don't get too bundled up. You can almost do drive-through service. So works out real well. Yep. Okay. Please, if you will, let's go to reports from departments. Your financial statement for March, page 8 through 15. Sally, what do we need to know there?
Nothing new.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial statement as presented.
Dylan makes the motion to approve financial statement.
I'll second.
Roger seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Page 16, your senior center report, Naomi has included. Again, her schedule is always good and full. They have a lot going on, so. Please, then that takes us, council, to unfinished business / old business. Ordinance 2026-5, the cemetery natural burials for second read. And we did this, council. Dylan was absent, and he needed to give his input and information on what he read. Again, I've had all positive feedback from the folks on the funeral side of things, as well as our own workers. And so, Bo, please, anything you'd like to add to that tonight?
Nothing additional, unless Dylan has any questions of me.
Nope. I've heard from a funeral director in town, and they were very supportive of this, and said everything was great to their knowledge as well. So,
Council, second read, it passed first read. Second read will then make it final to where our cemetery crew then can start proceeding with this style of burial and advertise accordingly to our funeral directors if there is that interest soon. Certainly, we can get those off the ground. I think we'll have some interest. Quite frankly, we know we'll have some interest because they already have been contacted by some families over the years. And so it'll be an interesting change and to see how many people do take a little bit of a hybrid approach to their final arrangements. Having said that, please, would need a motion to approve second read ordinance 2026-5.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-5 for the second read.
Dylan makes the motion.
I'll second that motion.
Dan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you. New business, please, Ashley Conrad. Council, it is tax abatement season, and so we do have a handful, mind you, that we need to address tonight. Ashley Conrad is our executive director at the Washington County Economic Growth Partnership. Ashley took the position after last year's compliance season. So she's been hitting the ground running, doing other things all related to economic development. But in that, the tax abatement compliance and any new tax abatements that do happen within the county, not just the Salem taxing unit, but the whole county. The Growth Partnership does oversee that, and so she's working with the town of New Pekin, town of Campbellsburg, and our county council as well for the other abatements. But tonight, is the ones who are within the city taxing unit. And so we have a list tonight of compliance. These are not new. And what I mean by compliance, council, these are annual forms, annual requirements that state, hey, this abatement was given. Does the growth partnership feel like it is in substantial compliance to keep receiving an abatement on either real estate taxes or personal property taxes, depending on how the abatement was wrote? And in the abatement world, these are not 100% abatements year in and year out. They are given on a sliding scale, so they are front-loaded, and as these abatements grow older, they have a smaller percent that's being abated until they get to zero and fall off. And so with these, most of them have some age to them, and you're going to start seeing some of these drop off in the next few years, quite frankly. We had 2 drop off this year that are no longer active. So our list is actually smaller than we approved last year. So please, Ashley, I want to turn it to you. This is the list of Salem abatements, and just remind us, they are, in your opinion and the Growth Partnership's opinion, in compliance. Is that correct?
Correct.
So, council, we've done this a couple ways, but since there is no deviation, unless you have a question of Ashley, I'm going to have her, if you don't mind, will you read each one and just tell us verbally, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so we currently have 7 companies that have compliance filings. So first I'll start with John Jones. For the first one, it is Johnny Jones /ARL/PPV, and it's resolution number TA 2018-4. So this abatement will end in 2028, but it is in compliance and meeting employment commitments and exceeding payroll projections. And then the next one we have is John Jones Auto Group. It is resolution number TA 2022-5. This one will end in 2033. And this one is in compliance and exceeding in employment and payroll projections.
Okay.
And then our third abatement is M&L Investment Parcel / John E. Jones. This is resolution number TA 2014-01. This one will end in 2026, and this one is in compliance, and it significantly exceeded employment and payroll projections. And then our final one for John Jones is M&L Investments LLC, resolution number TA 2022-5. This one will end in 2027. And it is in compliance, exceeding employment and payroll projections.
Okay.
Next, we will go on to NK Property. This is resolution number TA 2022-2. This one will end in 2026, and they are in compliance and slightly exceeding their employment commitment. Next, we have Silverstone Properties, also known as Skyline Suites. The resolution number is TA 2017-2. This will end in 2029, and they are in compliance and exceeding commitments. Next, we'll move on to Kimball Furniture Group. They have 2 compliance forms. The first one is resolution TA 2021-1. This will end in 2026. And they have maintained a strong payroll level. And then with the next resolution number, TA 2015-1, this one will end also in 2026. And they are in compliance. The company is maintaining 179 employees and has exceeded projected payroll levels. Next, we'll move on to GKN Center Metals with resolution number TA 2015-2. This one will end in 2026, and they also are in compliance, exceeding payroll projections. And then next we have Peerless Gear. They also have 2 compliance forms. The first one is TA 2024-1. This one will end in 2029, and they are in compliance, exceeding both employment and payroll projections. And then their second one is resolution number TA 2022-1. This one will end in 2027, and they are in compliance, exceeding both employment and payroll projections. And then our final one is E&H Tubing with resolution number TA 2025-1. And this one will end in the year 2030. And E&H Tubing has met their investment commitment. Employee and payroll is currently below projection just due to a slower startup than originally anticipated. That's our newest one for the city.
Okay, thank you. And as she indicated, that some of those expiration dates are this year, so some of these, like I said, will be the last time you see. Please, counsel, with her recommendation, though, is there any questions she can answer?
I have a couple, Angie. Have you spoke with Kimball and GKN both in person?
Not recently.
Not recently.
I
Okay.
mean, just
I just see that
over-
their projected numbers on their SB1 was pretty high for their employment, and it looks like it's dropped pretty good on both of them. I understand they're still in compliance and all that stuff. I just didn't know if, you know, I understand that workforce is kind of hard to obtain right now. I get that. But
It is.
the GKN one is a little eye-catching. They estimated 422 and they're at 262.
Correct.
So that's, I mean, I know they're exceeding their payroll and
Right.
things like that, but
And
questions
Justin,
that
do you have
come
some
to
more
mind.
comments on this? I know it.
Certainly.
That one
Please.
falls off this year, Mayor, right?
Yes.
Yep, both.
So it's a 10% of that, and it is personal property. So you take 10% of that tax liability. It's not a lot of money, pardon me, in the grand scheme of things, to all of us, it's still dollars. You know, we have to track that. We have to make sure it's a balanced equation. This is one of those, I would tell you from my seat, it's still being collected through lit. Those employees are paying the local income tax. There is still a benefit. That investment, that piece of machinery was still quite expensive that did not go elsewhere. You're right, Dylan. There's sometimes you got to look at that employee count and think, well, are we still okay? The initial investment, had it went to another one of the GKN facilities, would have been a lot worse. I would think from our standpoint at the Growth Partnership, that's where our reasoning is. If this was year 2, and we didn't have a good feeling of why, you know, then I would agree wholeheartedly. But I think as it stands, we're okay.
I think that was the only 2 I had questions on.
Please. No, that's good. Anybody else? If that's the will of the council, please, would like to just then make a blanket approval of the abatements on file as they were read aloud in that order, if that is the will of the council.
I'll make a motion to approve all the tax abatements as presented.
Gentleman makes the motion to approve as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roger seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, with the exception on the John Jones. Since I'm an employee there, even though he meets the compliance, I will abstain from that tax abatements.
Okay. Bo, you okay with that? And still carrying with the majority on the balance and the
Yes.
extension on what Danny has noted?
Yes.
Please. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed, same sign. We got it. All right. Okay, thank you, Danny,
Thank
for
you.
clarifying.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. We will have Ashley back at a later date on some other items, so be looking forward to her back on the agenda. Please, council, then, ordinance 2026-07 is a transfer ordinance. And Sally, I believe that is yours.
I don't have my book in front of me yet. This is just the housekeeping item. We're just moving funds from one line item to another.
council, no new money. This is within the fund. Sally just wants to rearrange from health insurance to computers. Please, if that is your will, ordinance 2026-07.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-07.
Dylan makes the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Rick seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Please, next on your agenda is the annual TIF report, tax increment financing. Please, our abbreviation TIF, tax increment financing. This is the annual report that our financial advisors puts together. It's on page 48 and 49. It lists the numbers associated with the redevelopment commission and the TIF districts that they oversee. And so please, there's a little bit of information there that's same as last year, but except we've got 2 new allocation areas that we're working on. Part of that is with a project involving one of the Ready grants. So you'll see the Mason Manor Allocation Fund that was created by Dave Umpleby and getting that started. So those are some things that are a little different. Otherwise, it is a similar report. This does not carry action, but is information that is presented annually to this board. Sally, anything you'd like to add to that?
Nothing.
Bo, anything you'd like to add?
Nothing.
Any questions that Sally and I could answer? Okay, council, that brings us to general accounts payable, the voucher registered claims, 50 through 82. Would seek motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to accept the general accounts payable voucher register of claims.
Dan makes the motion.
I'll second.
Dylan seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. I don't have anything of miscellaneous. Sally?
No.
Bo?
Nothing.
Okay. We had no comments by citizens to sign. So that brings us to 5:57. Would seek motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Roger makes motion.
Second.
Second. We have adjourned. Thank you.